Hello, guten Tag to the crew of the Raumschiff Eberswalde. This is Garrett Wang, Ensign Harry Kim from Raumschiff Voyager, and I am here to tell you a little bit about how I prepared for my work on Voyager. Um, as an actor, specifically working on a TV show, on a television show, we really received the script probably the night before we had to start filming. Sometimes we would get revisions the morning of, and so this was very last minute. So it was quite difficult to prepare when you're receiving your script with your lines the night before or the morning of or the day of filming. So this was one of the problems in working in television, is that you have to work very quickly. Specifically for the episode Timeless, which was the 100th episode, the 100th Folge. This was meant by the producers of Voyager to be the #1 episode of Voyager. Brannon Braga, the executive producer, called me up and told me that he said, we're going to be filming the 100th episode in a couple of weeks, and the entire storyline revolves around the character of Ensign Kim. We want this episode to be like the city on the edge of forever for the original series. And that episode is arguably the best episode of the original series. They wanted Timeless to be the best episode of Voyager. So I felt very privileged and honored to be chosen, at least to have my character to be chosen as the main focus of the episode Timeless. It also helped that the director was Mr. LeVar Burton from Next Generation. And it was a long week of work. It takes about 7 days to film each episode of Voyager. And those 7 days were anywhere between 15 to 17 hours of work each day. What I loved the most about Timeless was that I had a chance to really act, finally. I got the chance to play an older, bitter Ensign Kim 15 years in the future, after everyone else in the crew, other than Chakotay, has died. So this opportunity, for me, I relished it. I was so excited to be able to act in this episode so I could finally show people that I could do something. And one of the funniest things that happened is after I was filming a scene with the doctor, with Robert Picardo, where I figure out the correct calculations to save everybody. And I'm like, yes! The director says, cut! And Robert Picardo came up to me and said, Garrett, you can act. And I'm sitting here thinking, thank you. It took you 5 years to acknowledge that I can act, that I am really a Schauspieler. So this was, very interesting to me that it took that long. But, nothing against him. A lot of the lines that Ensign Kim has over the years are on the bridge, where all he's saying is, shields down to 30%, Captain. There's an M-class planet at reading blah, blah, blah. So, anybody can say these lines, these expositional lines. But to actually have something where you have to prepare and focus and really listen to the other actors and have different levels of acting. The Timeless was the best episode for Harry Kim to do that. So what really sticks with me from that episode is that it was the quintessential Voyager episode. It starred Harry Kim, which made me, Garrett Wang, very happy to be part of that. And of all the scenes, probably the final scene with Janeway, where she tells me that she wants me to see a message from Harry Kim to Harry Kim. Very moving. Every time I watch that episode, it makes me emotional and brings a tear to my eye. I have a little bit of emotion, or a lot of emotion, when I watch that scene. So those are my memories. And thank you so much. I hope this has given you a little bit more insight into how I prepared for that particular episode and what I remember from that episode. So thank you very much for watching Voyager. Thank you for watching Star Trek all these years. Live long and prosper. Vielen Dank und tschüss.